Okay, so 2025 is shaping up to be the year of Ukrainian dating scammers, isn't it?
Unfortunately, since November, we start getting like almost every third, fourth call of a guy is somebody who getting scammed, and they calling us because they have some feeling, but they unsure and they really, really want us to tell, no, 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 everything is fine with you. Your case is not a scam. But unfortunately, 99.9% of it
100%.
No, there's 0.1%. Like one guy is still on the way. He didn't listen to us. He's on his way. So I believe, I hope like it will work out. But no, it is not working. So we want to tell you how it is working right now, because definitely strategy change. And we've done dozens of these calls, and we can tell that we feel that there is some ebook that these girls are uploading.
It's a course.
Yeah, it's a course, because everybody doing absolutely the same. So let's go step by step, right?
Yeah, so this video here is the 2025 Ukrainian dating scammers book. All right, so if you want to be a Ukrainian dating scammer,
go ahead.
This is the instructions for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start off with how are these guys getting in contact or meeting these ladies that they believe that they're going to fall in love with and have a relationship with? Okay, so obviously there's the letter writing websites, probably the most popular one, right?
Yeah, so guys, most of the guys know that letter writing is a scam, but there's still huge percent, even after all these years, there's huge percent of the guys that going on this website, getting in the situation that we will describe a little bit later, and think that everybody's stupid, everybody getting scammed except me. And so that is what's happening. So they can meet this type of ladies on letter writing website, Tinder. Also, maybe there's another ebook. What we think with strikers, so these scammers, they are sharing the database of a client. It sounds horrible, but we heard from a client who said like, oh, she just messaged me on Facebook. She just messaged me on Telegram. She just messaged me on WhatsApp. And 2 times it happened that when the guy booking a call with us, we got a notification. So here's the call booked. And sometimes I message them, say, hey, like, you know, if their description is maybe short, and I message them and say, like, let us know what you would like to achieve with this call, and etc. And so twice on WhatsApp, I don't know, like I have a picture and it says Heart Rocket. So I don't know, they haven't seen it, and they ask me, how do they find them? So they don't understand that it's Luba. They think it's like a girl, and they got very excited. So one guy immediately sent me his photo. I was surprised. So the guys getting messages directly on their messengers, and they think that if the lady, really beautiful young Ukrainian lady, find him during direct messenger, that is 100% legit.
Yeah. So, and then there's Tinder. Obviously, there's the passport feature, which you can change to go to Ukraine. And, you know, there's still scammers there, as ridiculous as it is. I just said to Luba, I said, you know, it's actually quite sad, really. You know, the West is putting in a lot of help to Ukraine. And, you know, there's these idiots there that are thinking, we'll just take advantage of these guys. Another way also, which we've had a few of, and it's kind of strange, but these guys are meeting these girls from sex cam type websites. And then they fall in love with them, then they move off, which we'll talk about in the next one, to like Telegram. Then they're messaging and they're starting sending money, and they think they're going to meet. And then, of course, the rest of the scams come into play.
So yeah. 1 second. Unfortunately, some of you know, maybe all of you already know, that 15 years ago, when I wanted to practice my English, I didn't know where to do it in Ukraine. Like I got recommendation from my teacher to go to work in a dating agency. I was completely shocked, but I thought, okay, I will give it a try. And when I came there, I thought that I will translate like meetings, or I will translate something, but I got and become letter writer. So I didn't know what is going on, but I just like basically started doing that. That is why all the examples, all the experience that we say not just because we guessed it, it's just because I know how it is working. Unfortunately, I'm not proud of that, and I always say, but that is the path that helping so many guys nowadays to avoid that. So when I was doing that 15 years ago, feels like a dinosaur, the only task that we had from our manager is to keep guys on the website as long as possible, and like to do a video call, to do a chat. I've been not doing this as a girl, I've been doing it as a translator, so I had a database of the girls that I've been doing it for. But nowadays, I think that there in Ukraine is such a shortage of work that the girls start doing it by themselves. And even though manager of the agency can say, you have to keep this guy as long as possible on this letter writing because agency is making money. You have to do this amount of hours of video chat. Yes, guys, you will be very surprised, but every big website, they have how you call it, like a plan, like at work. You have to
like a schedule.
Yeah, no, schedule. You have to, like, if you don't do like 100 hours of video chat, you're not gonna get paid.
Okay.
Or if you get like, I don't know how. So that is what's happening. And these girls downloading this ebook somewhere, and they think, okay, being on this website, I'm making this amount of money, but there is a cool way to make the way more money, and we're gonna speak about this now. So, but the guys who doing it for a long time, they are thinking that if the girl is insisting or agreeing to exchange personal information, she is legit. That is the trick that is new tendency of 2025. That the lady who is like forcing you to change from the website to the Viber, Telegram, WhatsApp, or anything, make you feel special, make you feel different, because you know that everybody on the letter writing websites are scam, but she is not. She really truly find you that interesting and attractive and handsome that she want to get out and forget about this scam website. So you got in a 100 times bigger scam doing this. So what's happening, Striker?
So yeah, so she will move you usually it's to Telegram, right?
It's not.
Well, the ones that we see, it usually seems to be on Telegram.
Any sort of messenger. So
Yeah.
I don't want guys to think, oh, if she moved me to
Viber,
okay, then it's legit. No, any sort of messenger.
So they'll move you over to there. Now, what that also does is for the website, it also works well for that website as well, because when you do get scammed, and I say when, the website's going to say, oh, well, you moved off the website, so we can't protect you. So
it's your problem.
It's your problem, right? So, which is fair enough. It's a double-edged sword, that one, isn't it? And then on Telegram, they play kind of like a long game. And sometimes they can come in fast and ask for for whatever it is that they want. Or they'll play like a long game. And so they'll be talking to the guy, and they won't ask for anything directly. And because when we say to the guy, did you give any money? He'll say, she never asked me for anything. But then he'll quite often say, but I did send her like $100 for this and $100 for that. But it was my idea. She never asked for it, right? So that's the way that they manipulate you into
and
thinking.
That is all in this tutorial that we can't find yet.
Yeah.
I feel almost like, remember in Ukraine, there was a list of restaurants that were scam. And so this list of restaurants, and there was an app that the girls can install for the money back. So the same is here, because he's talking to the lady and he's thinking that if she talked to him for 2 months, it can't be scam. Why she would talk to him for 2 months? What's happening next?
And then usually there's some, we'll get to the point where they're supposed to meet, but then there's usually like some
drama.
Something's happened with her animal, her parents got sick, something with the war perhaps. She's lost her job, just something. She'll just throw that seed in there, right? And you, being a good man, and you want to help this woman that you think you're going to be in a relationship with, or maybe you think you are already in a relationship with, you are going to offer, right? And you're going to offer $100 or whatever it is. And the crazy thing is that the amount of money that is being offered is absurd. It's like something
never $100. It's always more.
It's like thousands.
And because like the guy feel a little bit power, I think that the guy thinks she didn't ask me for anything, so I will be generous and I will give her 500.
Save her.
I will save her. And how they do it, we didn't kind of name it, but the girl never say, oh dear, can you, like I have a problem, can you send me like $300? No, she say that, my a battery in the car died and I don't have this like $500, but don't you worry, like I'm adult girl, I will find it. And you feel, no, I have to do it for this girl. Or she will say, like one was absolutely ridiculous, her cat jumped out of the window. Okay, I'm sorry for the cat, even though it's not true, but like how can you help? Like how can you help with that? But she say that like she broke everything and she needed surgery. So they never ask directly, and I feel even like creepy to say that, but they never ask anything directly. They always make you feel sorry for them and protect them.
So then you could almost argue, is it even a scam?
Okay, so you
Not
think
really, is it?
not
It's not
really.
really
You
a
think that
scam.
you help her and you feel very good, and she's very grateful for that. And she's grateful till the moment that you will say, "Oh, I'm sorry for your cat," or "I'm sorry for your car," or anything like that. That is the moment when she will be. Until this moment, she would be very, very sweet. Until you say, "I'm sorry," without doing any action. So usually they will try a couple of times. So maybe the first time you will not react on that. You will not help the cat, or you will not fix the car, or you will not get her new phone or whatever. But she will try again, again, and again. So if after I think request number 3 or 4, you say you played cold and you say, "Oh, I'm sorry for your loss," or "I'm sorry for your phone," and this, she will just disappear. And I almost 100% guarantee that. But the guys never do, because these girls, they give them emotions. These girls are usually much younger with incredible photos. And what is the most interesting is that when we ask the guys, so do you do a video calls with them? Do you talk to them? One of the guy, he said that she's always busy and that's fine. He understands she's in a war zone. But another guy said that we always do, but it's in the evening and she always have a power cut. So in the room is dark. So I can't really see her. She is doing the call, but you can't see her. So think about that deep scam strategy, because of course they're using a nice pictures, but she's not that nice, and she understands once she turn on the camera, you would not be interested at all.
Or it may not even be her.
Or it may be not. 99% is not her. So what's happening next? After you supporting her with the small bills that you think it's nothing for me, $200, $300, even $500 for somebody, it's nothing, because you're helping her and you feel good. And I never heard such a good words guys saying about normal girls as they speak about scammers. Because scammers, they are using the strategy of being these victims of the situation, and that this guy, he's the only superhero that can rescue her. And everything that the scammers are telling you, they make you feel extremely powerful. And they tell you, we have a guy who said, but she told me that she loved me. And I said, how would you say I love you, for the person that you never met? It's just for the amount of care that I give you. So in real relationship, unfortunately, it doesn't happen like this. This unicorns and candy cotton is not happening like that. And so, of course, it's much easier, you pay for that and you get this attention. So if you think about this, that you're paying for that, what you're getting, is it exactly what you're looking for? But not even this is the biggest part of the scam. The next part is meeting.
Well, there's this part here, because everyone who calls us, some people have some doubt. Some people are literally calling us because they want us to help them to meet. And so we say, okay, look, this is what's happening here. Some of the guys we speak to don't really believe us, but what can we do? And some of them do. And
it's this 0.1% guys.
Yeah. And they have to get it out of their system, and we understand that. So what they think is that because I've spoken to her on a video chat, it's now legit. Before then, there was a bit of doubt, but I've spoken to the person face to face and it's now legit. Now let's just think about how that would work in a real situation, right? A scammer, the person who is scamming you, speaks to you and pretends that they're not scamming you. This does not make it not a scam. In fact, it makes the scam a little bit more elaborate and a little bit harder to detect. It makes the scam from the scammer's playbook a better scam than one where she's not actually involved doing the video. So just because you've had a video chat, the guys think that it's real because she really exists. And that's true, she does really exist, but that doesn't mean the scam does not exist.
And the thing is that what's happening, Striker always say, the guy say, but she doesn't seem like a scammer. Of course she doesn't seem like a scammer. If she would seem like a scammer, it would be very easy to...
That wouldn't be a good scam.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good scam. But anyway, what's happening next is the biggest investment, and that is the big shot that these girls are doing. So of course, after they build these incredible emotions with you, sending you these photos, building this fairy tale for you, you will definitely want to meet with her. And most of the guys are even ready to go to Ukraine and to the most bombed cities. They go to Zaporozhye, they ready to go anywhere to meet with her, but she say, no dear, you should not rescue your life, we should meet somewhere else. And there's two ways what's happening. So one way, both are scam, but kind of two different scenarios. I think that it was A, B, you can choose. Yeah. So plan A is that the lady will say, I want to meet you in the United States. I will get visa and I will come to you. I will come to you. I really want to see you. And the guy is thinking, wow, she's going to come to me to US. Like, that is so easy. That is so cool. And the thing is that, of course, you being from United States, I just recently applied for my friend for the visa. And like, that is the most, like, we applied for a Chinese visa. It was kind of funny. But US, like, to get to US embassy website and apply for visa, if you ask me what I don't like more in this life, like, I don't know, it's very complicated. Unfortunately, for Ukrainians to get American visa and answer 105 questions on 16 pages, like, this ridiculous. And for you guys who are in the United States, if you need to go somewhere, you can apply online. You can just press the button and you get electronic visa. No worries, you go anywhere you want on the planet. For Ukrainians, it doesn't work this way. It is very difficult, and waiting time now to get American visa, like travel visa, like, for example, I checked in Madrid, it's 100 days. In Berlin, it's like 3 weeks maybe, so a little bit less. Anyway, so it's not that she can apply, and in Ukraine you cannot apply for American visa at the moment. So when she said that no worries, I will get visa, that is lie, because to get an appointment, to apply for that, she needs to pay, yes, and she needs to go to somewhere, either it's Poland or Germany or any other European country. And also, if it is a single lady with no job, she will 99% of the time get denied, unfortunately. So what's happening is the guy is truly believe that this can happen, and all he needs to do is pay for her trip and everything. So he's sending her money for that, and she at the end can say, I'm sorry, I didn't get the visa, even without going. And the problem is that what we see, like with all these guys, we one time was even suspicious if it was the same girl. So the girls will send you the passport that the guy is sending to us, and strikers say, but can't you see that it is a fake passport? It's like the picture glued. Like, you can see that the picture is not from this passport, but guys so much in love that they want to see that. So basically, they can do the same thing with multiple guys at the same time and get a lot of money from that. So they are not even planning to apply for this visa. And the second, like it was A, and the B is that the ladies say, don't you worry, I will come, so send me money. And the recently guy said to meet with the lady in Moldova, she told him that it will cost her $3,000. So he sent her this money, and these girls always say that they had problems at the border and they can't leave the country.
It can be anything at the border.
It can be anything at the border.
There was one where it was
loan she has,
or her ex-husband made a loan or something like that. Was it or something? And she had the debt, and so she couldn't leave. Was that
yeah.
one of them?
So basically,
Like
ladies can leave the country anyway. And so there's not such a thing, like, even with the, and especially like Moldovan, like, they don't even like look at your document. They look, but it's not that strict, because if the man, like, men can't leave the country, but if the lady planning to leave the country, it's not a problem. And so the ladies start telling the stories that, you know, he been rude to me, he abused me, like this guy, this officer, like, he was so mad at me, I'm crying here. So you, like, they do everything to blur your mind from thinking, wait a second, is she scamming me? No, you will feel sorry for her, and you will be there for her, and you will never blame her for this money that you just sent. This is the video that was very difficult for me to do, to be honest, even though I've done the most of speaking. We hate talking about scammers. We hate doing videos on this topic, but we want to aware you, because, well, I don't know, every third call that we're having starting from November is the guy who just either paid money or planning to pay, or he believed in that. Even yesterday there was an email, and the guy said that she told me that she's going to apply for visa. Striker replied to him, so without even call, and the guy
I said, before you do anything, talk to us, because before you know it, you'll end up giving her money for fake visa documents, or her mother will be sick and email back saying, I've already given her money for the visa documents. So I think he's booked the call, has he?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we'll go through all of that with him anyway. But the reason for this video is that we want to use this video to send to guys who
have the same problem.
Have the same problem. So maybe they don't have to book a call with us, and it's not going to waste their money or their time or whatever. So, but yeah. So I mean, the scamming is not going away, and if the scamming is not going away, obviously there's still a lot of interest in men trying to meet Ukrainian women somehow. It's just that they're doing it in such a terrible way that you're never going to have any success. Like the guy that recently sent $3,000. Well, that's half of the fee to use us, and there's nothing to show for it. So, and
And the worst is that guys are traveling, like they traveling to Europe.
Oh yeah.
Like they spending, it's like 3,000 he spent to here, but he also spent another 3,000 traveling there. And just imagine, I can't even imagine his feeling. Even though like in Odessa, when we were waiting for our clients, when at the airport, like we always saw these guys running around with the phone, trying to like look at me, thinking, am I that girl that he was corresponding with? That is ridiculous. And you know, maybe you're watching this video and you are still thinking that at the moment you're talking to the lady and she's different. She sent you video how she's cooking, how she's dancing with your dog, how she's like doing this. Honestly, better invest a little bit of money in strategy call with us and we will help you to figure it out. I will be extremely happy for you if this case would be successful and this is not a scam and you know you find a lady. Because one of the guys who called us, like we forgot about this, he was talking to the lady on one of the biggest websites. She was 70 years old. That is like ridiculous.
She was 70. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, 70 years old. Like it just Photoshop.
She looked
and
good though for 70, didn't she?
Striker is absolutely master of finding somebody online. And thanks everybody who's sending fake photos. Okay, I don't want to go into that loop, but Striker can find anybody anywhere. So and the guy spent, I think he said about $12,000, and he said like, even if it is a scam, this person is really legit. Like this person is really, truly, I truly care for this person, and she's a good woman. She's a good woman. So Striker go for these pictures, and he found her on a porn website in Russia.
It was a prostitute.
Prostitutka. And it was such an incredible description what she can do and her skills. And we almost wanted to send this guy a link to that website, but the problem that he was like he was an older gentleman, and I didn't want him to have a heart attack. So we just aware him that he shouldn't do it, but we can find it. So just book a call with us, and we will try to help you as much as we can, because I don't think it's fair, you know, to be quiet about that. It's not fair what these girls are doing, but you guys are giving them also opportunity to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like like it's not, you say that, you know, it's a shame that Ukrainians are doing that. It's very difficult to make money in Ukraine. There's no job. And so if the guy is like, she think, you know, there's a stereotype that if I will not take it, somebody else will take it. So she understands that if she will not use you for this money, you will give it to somebody else because you're ready to give it.
Well, the way that they would think about it is, if he was smarter, he wouldn't lose his money. That's it. Like if he's doing things that are, you know, stupid, say that.
But not all of the people are like that. If you do it legit way.
But that's what they think. That's the way that they think about the guys that are writing to a guy's 58, writing to a 23-year-old on a website, whatever. Of course, they're like, well, what does he expect, you know? And you know, there is, I guess, some truth to that, I guess. But you know, even as we said before, a 71-year-old also was doing it as well. So this whole system.
It doesn't matter. It's 18 or 71.
Yeah, but so. There's ways of doing this, right? You can go over and do it yourself in person and try and meet people. You can use a matchmaker that will look after everything and do everything for you. But a lot of guys think that, well, I've found this website and it's like a cheat code. It's like a hack. And it cost me like $20 to sign up.
Almost everybody say that.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's going to cost me a fraction of the price. But by the time you go through it and you've been scammed, you end up spending like the same amount of money and you have zero to show for it or anybody looking out for you. So I'm not saying that you should use a matchmaker, or there are plenty of different ways to do it. All I'm saying is that there is no cheat code where you can pay a few $100s on a letter writing website or Tinder, because you're going to the place where the scammers are. They're not chasing you. They're not going after the guys that are doing this. They're just sitting there waiting on Tinder, waiting for the for the guy to message. Then bang, got it. Yep. Start messaging, and it's like you went straight there. That's it. That's how it worked. The Tinder's always been like that, especially in Odessa. In fact, I'll tell you a little story. Actually, don't worry about that. Yeah, it's a long story. But
I also wondered, like, I have an urge to say,
it's the Tinder hack, right? Yeah, I will tell this story because it's quite interesting and it sort of ties into it, right? So I used to live in Odessa, and I lived there for a couple of years, and I used to get tons and tons of matches. Tinder was incredible, and you could go on a date as many times as you want throughout the week, right? And in any other country, that doesn't happen. It was a few years ago, but still, right? That doesn't happen. And I never really understood why. And I thought maybe it was because I was from New Zealand. I'm not particularly good looking or anything like that, but maybe there was something exotic. I don't know. I didn't know what it was, right? It wasn't until later on when I understood how the algorithm of Tinder actually works, right? So this was my theory, is that the reason that I was getting so many matches is because there are so many hot scammers in Odessa, right? So hot scammers have an account and they swipe left. Which way is good? Right is good, yeah. So they swipe I don't like to all of the guys, all of the Ukrainian guys, left, no, 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 no. But a foreign guy, they swipe right. So what it does is it tells Tinder that I'm a highly desirable man because this woman is getting swiped right with every guy because she's hot, but she's swiping no with everyone except for like me or the foreigners. So Tinder goes, oh, striker, shit, he's getting the the number 10s. So they start pushing out, and that's why you would get so many matches. So the matches wouldn't just come from scammers because they were easy to pick who they were. It was very simple. They even made videos about it, but for every other woman. So that's why you would get so many matches.
So you was telling us about Tinder, like this experience, and I was so excited to hear like some disclosure of a scammer. No.
No, I don't have any. I'm not naming names.
I remember somebody, I think, told that you were a scammer because you was like obviously was playing.
There was like I was using Tinder and there was a woman.
You're almost away from the video, so you know.
And there was a woman that reached out.
He was driving them nuts, basically, like.
Yeah, and no, she reached out. She owned an agency, and she reached out and started talking to me, and I was like, I know her.
I think you showed me.
I already knew who she was, but she didn't recognize me. And then I messaged. I thought this will be interesting. And then she started saying normally, and then she started saying I help men find relationships, and I was going, oh, how do you do that? And then she showed my photo to someone else. I heard this went all the way around, and then she went and told everyone that I'm on Tinder trying to catch scammers. But it wasn't true. It was just that I had a video on the channel of me showing you how to watch out for scammers. She was a scammer who was trying to, scam me or whatever. But then she went and told everyone that I had reached, whatever. Long story short, I forgot what I was talking about.